Talofa, Malale, Bula, and welcome to Season 5, Episode 16 of Breakfast Bites by TEIVOVOsports.com. A wrap of Pasifika Peoples sports on another cloudy but bright Monday morning, 17 April 2023. Coming to you from paradise on the 180th meridian in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. And we start with the AFL. Yep, Aussie Rules, that game for sissies, where Collingwood Football Club has issued an apology to former St Kilda star Nicky Winmar, 30 years after the First Nations footballer was racially abused by spectators during an AFL game. Winmar and teammate Gilbert McAdam were subjected to racial abuse while warming up before Collingwood's game against St Kilda at Victoria Park on 17 April 1993. During the game, Winmar famously lifted his jumper and pointed at his skin, resulting in one of the sport's most iconic photos. Well done, Pies, and go Brothers. In rugby union, in the Super W competition in Australia yesterday, the Waratahs pipped the Queensland Reds 31-30, and Team Fijiana went down 23-10 to the Western Force. In rugby league, Eels coach Brad Arthur has revealed superstar Reagan Campbell-Gillard spent a couple of days in hospital last week before checking out and biting the Bulldogs last night in his best game of 2023 in their 30-4 win. RCG's hard-running and earth-shaking tackles set the tone from the opening minute, with the Eels enforcer racking up a game-high 161 metres run and 7 tackle busts. Fijian flyer Mike Asivo also scored a double. And the Raiders beat the Dragons 2014 in an ugly win, with Hudson Young scoring the match-winning try before being sin-binned in the final minute, giving the Dragons a final shot. But hey, guess what? They fluffed it again. Okay, so we got the Storm Manly game wrong, but we tipped the Sharks over the Roosters, the New Zealand Warriors to curry the Cowboys, the Panthers to kebab the Knights, the Raiders beat the Dragons 2014, and the Eels beat the Bulldogs yesterday. In football, Norwegian superstar Erling Haaland equaled the Premier League record for goals in a 38-game season on Saturday as Man City closed the gap on leaders Arsenal to just 3 points. Haaland scored twice in the first half of City's 3-1 win over Leicester to reach 32 goals, the same as Liverpool Pharaoh Mohamed Salah's tally in 2017-2018. Earlier, Aston Villa put themselves in the mix for a top 4 finish, beating Newcastle 3-0 for a 5th straight league win. Villa are still 6 points off the top 4, but are in red-hot form after a 7th win in 8 games. However, Villa manager Unai Emery remains cautious about their hopes of qualifying for the Champions League, saying, "We can think about a Europa League position, but the top 4 is very, very difficult," said the Spaniard. In boxing, Englishman Joe Joyce has seen his world title hopes dashed after a shock 6th round loss to Zhilei Zhang of China in London yesterday, after the referee called the contest off after Joyce copped a black right eye that was so badly swollen it was completely shut. "I would like to apologize to all my fans and my supporters. I will be back," Joyce said behind a pair of borrowed dark sunglasses. For TEIVOVOsports.com, I'm Kaldan Kamea. Mahalo, vina'a, and thank you. Please hit the subscribe button below if you'd like to receive more Pasifika sports highlights on Breakfast Bites. And thank you all, Tumas, for all your love and support.